If you're a longtime birder like me, or even if you just started bird watching, you probably have heard of and maybe even use eBird. eBird is a huge central database run by the Cornell Lab of Ornithology, where bird watchers can go out, look at birds, and then submit a checklist to that database of all the birds they have seen. Researchers then from across the globe can look at that database and use it to study huge scale bird trends in different populations, species across the globe, and even across time. It's an infinitely valuable tool and has revolutionized how we do conservation biology for birds. And it's also really helpful for everyday bird watchers like you and me. But I've noticed that not everybody knows how to take advantage of all the amazing features of eBird. So in this video series, I'm going to go through everything eBird, starting from the basics in this video to some more advanced features. This is Birding with Sammy, and welcome to eBird 101. All right, so back here in the library, I'm just going to go to eBird's website, ebird.org, and I'm going to show you how to get started with setting up your account. All right, so here we are on eBird's website, ebird.org. You can see this is the homepage, got all sorts of tabs. Again, we're going to go through all of this later, but for now, let's just get started on setting up an account if you don't already have one. So go here and click Get Started. So pretty simple here, just first name, last name, choose a username. If the username isn't available or it's already been used, they'll give you other suggestions, password, email address. Fill all this out and then we'll click Create Your Account. And then just go to your email, click that link to verify your account. So that should open up a tab that looks like this, saying that your account has been activated. Again, you put all your information in, or you can skip this step if you want. We'll just skip this for me for now. So now you can go and sign in. Just scroll over here, right next to the donate button. Click that. And here's a couple of preferences that you can set up. Species names, so all the common names, or if you want everything to be displayed as scientific names, or you can click both. Again, that's up to you. Here you can do your public name, or you can choose to be an anonymous eBirder. So if you don't want your personal name out there when you submit checklists, you can use this option. It does say when this option is selected, you will automatically be opted out of the top 100. We'll talk about that later, but basically the top 100 is a list of the top 100 birders in a particular area. So if you do choose that, you're not going to be on that list. All right, so then we go to data privacy. And essentially what this is do you want your checklists submitted to eBird? Do you want those to be available to the public or not? So you can use eBird to record your birding checklist, but if you just want to keep that for yourself and you don't want that information to be public, then you can go and change these options here in the data privacy. So for example, you can click hide my data from recent visits. Recent visits are basically just if you go to look up information about a local hotspot or area, like a county or a state, you'll see the most recent checklist that people have submitted from there. If you don't want to be on there, again, you can click this option. You can also click hide my data from eBird alerts. We'll talk about eBird alerts more in another video, but essentially what they are is a system that people can set up where there's a bird seen in a particular area or state or county. They basically can have this alert trigger them and send them an email saying, oh, someone found a McGillivray's warbler in this area and you haven't seen one this year, or you haven't seen one in this area. So that kind of is a way to alert people to birds they haven't seen yet. And again, we'll talk about that more in a future video. But if you don't want your own information being on those alerts, you can click this and that will opt you out of that. You can also click to hide your data from the top 100. Again, that's the top 100 birders from a local area, county, or state, country even. So again, if you click that, you just won't be on there. And then finally, we have your checklist comments. When you write a checklist or submit a checklist to eBird, you will write some comments. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can write comments about the weather, where you went exactly on that walk, or what have you. But if you don't want those to be public, again, you can click on that option. All right, so then going down here, again, just a couple of other settings. If you go birding with other people, you can share checklists. Again, I'll show you how to do that later. But if you want to be notified when those checklists are sent to you, again, you can click this option. Then finally, we have the region preference. Again, this will kind of go automatic. So since I'm in California, or you can click a fixed region preference and you can specify where you want this to be. If you want to do a specific county, let's just say Ventura County is a county I used to live in, you can type that and click there, and then basically on your specific eBird page, it will open up to any checklists or information you've submitted from Ventura County. That's kind of like your home base. So you can click that. Or again, if you want to not have a preference, you basically just click world region preference. This is just no customization. I'm going to keep this as automatic, save and accept. And then anytime you want to change these preferences, you can go back to here and then just go to preferences, and there you go. So that's how you set up your eBird account. In the next video, I'll show you how to create and submit checklists to eBird, and then how eBird organizes that and how you can go through and look at the data created from your checklists. But for now, this has been Birding with Sammy. Hope you enjoyed this first video in my How to eBird series, and we'll catch you in the next one.